Et oui, comme ça va du cas pour nos lives sur Starfield, en espérant que ça fasse pas trop de bugs.
Dégage! Les chiottes arrivées!
Il y a quelque chose sur la route et...
Oui, moi aussi avec quelque chose sur ma route.
Ouf. Ils ont rajouté des trucs, je sais pas trop, mais ça bugouille de nouveau. Les shaders. Voilà, voilà. Je m'attendais pas à ce que ça prenne encore autant de temps de nouveau. Ah, ok. Oula, pardon. Ouh, c'est parti tout seul. Oui. J'ai eu une mise à jour de la carte graphique. Elle a l'air de régler certaines choses. Je joue. On aime. Le temps de chargement il est abusé à ce stade. Ouh, c'est dégueulasse. Ça se joue, t'es comme ça, ce jeu? Moi, pas du tout. Et c'est la qualité des ondes, apparemment. Bon. Je ne sais plus du tout où j'en étais. Mais attends, fallait que je trouve quelqu'un, moi. On a parlé au scientifique de l'arbre. Pas de l'arbre. Il est où ce scientifique pas de l'arbre? Alors que c'est donc je suis en train de suivre. Putain. En tout cas, ça n'a pas fini d'être bugué, ça c'est clair. Monsieur, dame, citoyen. Oh là. Mais c'est injouable en fait. Il y a des lags tous les 3 secondes, c'est abusé à ce stade.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
En fait, quand la zone n'est pas chargée au tout début, c'est fou. Ok, citoyen. Bonjour, Kelton Fruch. Ah ouais.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. I am not staring, I am analyzing. This is important xenobiological work.
Ah ouais, il y a le robot qui est dans ma gueule en fait.
I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
Do I care?
I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So, are you on board? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Localisons les biocapteurs. Comment pousser le joueur à visiter la carte? Du coup... Ah, en soi, le jeu il a l'air bien, hein, mais il est tellement buggy au taquet que ça abuse. Ça y est, une nouvelle petite zone. Tu vois qu'à chaque fois que tu es dans une nouvelle petite zone, c'est vraiment, t'as ce petit lag de chargement en fait. C'est pas fluide en fait ce qu'ils ont sorti. Ça me fait rire tous les connards qui ont dit que Cyberpunk 2077 c'était un jeu qui était cassé, pas fluide au début. Honnêtement, quand Cyberpunk est sorti, je l'ai eu Day One, j'y ai joué. Alors il y avait des bugs, mais c'était pas aussi dégueulasse que sur Starfield. Et pourtant tous ces connards, tu les entends pas sur ce jeu. Et honnêtement, je suis ultra fan de Bethesda, j'adore ce qu'ils font. Même Fallout 4, qui a pourtant été bien bâché, j'avais beaucoup aimé moi, clairement. Et ouais, le shitstorm qu'il y a eu sur Cyberpunk 2077, pour moi, il y a eu effectivement, clairement, des bugs. C'est important, j'en ai eu, hein, clairement, mais on va dire que, allez, 5 premières heures de jeu, j'ai eu beaucoup moins de bugs que là en 2 à 3 heures de jeu sur Starfield. Pas des ralentissements dégueulasses comme ça, des bugs de son, des bugs graphiques. Jamais eu un seul bug de son et de désynchronisation labiale sur Cyberpunk. J'ai pratiquement eu 0 ralentissement dans le jeu. Ralentissement, je les avais pour le retour de stream, ce qui n'est pas du tout la même chose. Enfin, voilà, c'est... Voilà. Et là, du coup, le jeu est devenu nouveau plus beau. Très bien. Ok, donc en fonction de si la zone est plus ou moins dense, ça devient plus ou moins moche, c'est ça? Parce que vous n'êtes pas capable d'optimiser les zones? Pourquoi je te parle à toi? Voilà, ça m'est jamais arrivé dans Cyberpunk. Jamais.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too?
Vraiment, je cherche un jeu pas bugué.
But I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Ah oui, et dernière chose, parce que sur internet, ils donnent des petites astuces pour régler ce bug-ci, ce bug-ci, ce bug-ci. Alors, désolé, hein, mais moi j'achète pas un jeu pour faire de la maintenance. Hein. Voilà. Je suis pas là pour faire, trouver des solutions à des bugs qui n'auraient jamais dû exister. Surtout quand tu lances un jeu à quoi, 70 boules? Ouais, quand même. Wenseng.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We apologize for any delay.
Non, pas de bug de synchro labial, mais un freeze.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system
Ah,
is
il y en a eu
back
un.
online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
Il y a beaucoup de réclamations. Hein.
I hope we have what you need.
Est-ce que je peux... Marre, putain. Aussi, c'est un pistolet là. Oh, cool. Depuis l'inventaire. Et attends, parce que le petit con là qui est avec moi.
Back to it then.
Vasco,
Captain, Constellation will be...
donne-moi ce que je t'ai fait.
May
Ah, pardon.
I take some things?
Allez.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you? I hope we have what you need.
Donc, tout le bordel que j'ai sur moi. Ça. Là. On garde. Trax, tu Maelstrom, clairement. Non, on devrait pas mal. Donc, moi ce que...
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why? What is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? I could, but I did pay for it. You did say this was important after all. Honestly,
Ouais, pas simple.
pleasure doing business with you. You mean besides... It's all in the name. We distribute... Never a dull moment. I know some people don't... Right. Come back if you need something else.
Ok. Votre montre sonne plus rapidement lorsque votre combinaison ne peut plus vous protéger. Très bien. Je suis content.
They were gonna give our son to a different family. We made it. I can't believe the UC just wrote us off like that.
Hey, it's you again. You too. These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis. We have a new apartment. This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around. And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
Bobby mentioned he met you. He's had quite the adventure.
Heck of a day, isn't it? Bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
Bah non. Hmm. Très bien, très bien. Et un autre comme lui. Mais je crois que lui il est bleu.
This space is a memorial to those lost during the if you are a citizen and require brief counseling. You must
Oui, je
contact
peux.
Colonial Health Services representative to initiate counseling intake.
I can't get enough of all the trees around
Any
here.
luck tracking down those sensors?
Marche toujours aussi bien.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. It is working, isn't it?
Rien, moi.
Ah, there it is. What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my.
Petite pause, faut que je prépare juste la gamelle pour les boîtes. Et heureux!
It seems my concerns were valid all along.
L'avais dit.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Well, from a certain point of view. In an admittedly somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be, well, disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Ouais, 2000 de crédit, c'est pas dégueu, hein. Ah, je level up. On va retourner voir Kelton plus tard. J'ai toujours pas tué 20 ennemis. Allez, je vais faire ça. Comme ça, je pourrais crocheter plus facilement et ça me permettra en même temps de récupérer de l'XP en plus. Très bien. Apparemment, j'ai un entretien d'embauche. Radio à Néo sur Voli Alpha dans le système Voli. Ah! Et c'est sur cette planète, on est d'accord. Ouais. On n'est plus parti. Bonjour, jeune bug.
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming.
J'aime bien les soirées diapo dans le jeu.
Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry, I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted to various subsystems. But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need isn't very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Localiser la boîte de raccordement. C'est vrai qu'ils me disent pas du tout où est la boîte de raccordement. Donc j'ai pas activé le suivi. C'est parce qu'il avait pas le suivi. Vas-y, il y a longtemps sur ce jeu tellement il y a de bugs. Ok. C'est bien parce que ça donne des rumeurs comme ça permet de savoir un peu ce qui se passe.
Oh, it's nice to see. Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfortable.
Une nouvelle fois.
Happy to make a deal. Look around. You tell me. UC is a big organization. Lot of planets, lot of people, whole lot to keep track of. Sometimes they don't do such a good job.
Ils ont vraiment réussi à faire le cliché du russe.
Sometimes stuff falls through the cracks, winds up collecting dust in some warehouse. But that's all right, because I, and by extension you, get to benefit. I make great deals on stuff in bulk, you get some low prices. Everyone wins. Absolutely.
Alors. Ah, là on discute un peu plus. J'aime bien. Truc. Et en plus, mais des coups, c'est pas cher parce que. Ok.
A lot of people will tell you it's the worst. Wanna step me? I like it. But hey, watch your back out there.
Il y a un silencieux dessus, ça me plaît.
That's it. Great job. So that tripped a secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's. And maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
Ça va que je ne puisse pas passer par là. Ouais, je peux. Voilà.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. It's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted.
The Trade Authority has access to goods and services no one else does. No one. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate... If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here. So, what'll it... Perhaps, but I'm... Please, let me... Of course,
Tous des trucs à... Ouh, ça c'est sympa. Tous des trucs différents, quoi.
That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, we frequently post cargo running jobs up on the... Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and...
Yeah.
I thought the name made it rather... Whether it's bulk cargoes... We have shipping lanes across... We've been in New Atlantis for a very... With lots of infrastructure already in place, it's had the unintentional, but not unwelcome, side... Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for free. You'll usually find mission boards in bar.
Très bien.
Having a good one?
Oh oui. Apparemment, faut monter. L'escalier. Trouver un deuxième escalier. Une porte. Ça va être là, mais... un ordinateur. Deux portes. Aussi un ordinateur. Ça ouvre quoi? C'est la vraie question. Qu'est-ce que ça ouvre? How do I go there? Il est peut-être retrouvé. C'est cyberpunk certaines zones. J'ai déjà vu. C'est-à-dire que le prochain est près de la trade autorité. Arrête de laguer le jeu, c'est ultra. Non.
We've got limited resources. We try not to turn anyone away just because they're like...
Be my guest.
Don't have much of a choice. Can't afford to pay staff, and while I've got a few volunteers from the community, I can only ask so much of them. We've scraped by for a good long while now, and we'll continue to do so. Don't you worry. Funny story about that. You know, when people first arrived on Jemison, they dismantled the colony ship and used the parts to establish a place to live. Over time, they built out, and up, and up, and after long enough, they started to forget about the people and the things still down here. The walls and the ceiling have changed, but this place still uses equipment from that old ship. And it's here because not everyone in New Atlantis can afford Reliant Medical.
Mais alors, tu le portes toi ton casque, tu vas me faire chier.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down. Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
At the monitoring station. To the moon! Je sais pas du tout où elle était.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Ça va, tiens, ok. Littéralement. Tous les trucs, ça me fume parce que t'as vraiment ce côté où le jeu te donne toutes les missions en fait. J'imagine qu'elle est là-haut. En tout cas, c'est là-haut, c'est chiant parce que... Là, je suis en train de me faire une Dishonored là. Et j'ai réussi à me casser la gueule. Donc elle est belle là-dedans. Question is, how to go there? Pas du tout là en plus que je l'ai croisé. Oui, là-haut, c'était vu. Bah oui, mais c'était pas là, connasse. Reyes, Luisa. Pas sûr.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Right, sure. Of course. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways.
Il faut que je revoie. Putain.
So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly?
Of course, no problem.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
J'enlève mon casque. Garantie que je voulais le remettre. En même temps, on va faire pareil, hein, on va le casque, pas le casque, dans les environs. Classe comme ça. Câblé dans tous les sens. On va save déjà. Le niveau 3. Fameuse quête où on suit les gens mais qui sont 4 fois plus longs que nous. On adore. Trade Authority.
Something to report.
We're hiring if you're
A
interested.
visit from Mass.
Ask in the security
How
office.
Delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Ah tiens. Ah oui, tout ça.
Be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what. I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box?
Allez. Une enquête intéressante quand même tout ça. J'aime faire des quêtes FedEx pas ouf du tout. Le pire c'est qu'à la limite si le jeu fonctionnait correctement, voilà. Mais peut-être que tu sois ralenti par tous les bugs du jeu. Et encore, j'ai envie de dire, Bethesda avec leurs bugs généralement ils sont capables de faire planter des ordis. Pour l'instant, pas encore eu de retour Windows. Impossible que ça arrive encore, mais pour l'instant ça n'a pas été le cas. Alors le monde va être chiant. Alors attends. Ah. Alors attends. On monte là-haut. Pas ici. Là. Ici. Ça passe.
Performing that feat regularly could lead to permanent injury.
Je tente des choses, mon ami, je tente. Rien plus rapide de monter là-haut, je te connais pas, je m'imagine. Je vais peut-être trouver. Clairement trouvé.
Hey there. You should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box.
Positif.
That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
A.
this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Parti. J'ai envie de dire que je suis là pour ça. Hein, ouais, c'est pas comme si mon perso avait une mission divine ou je sais pas trop quoi, parce qu'on ne sait absolument pas ce qui se passe dans le jeu, donc... Rien de fou pour l'instant, loin de là. Et ça charge pendant une plombe. Ouais, ça charge vraiment pendant une plombe, ça c'est fou.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Déjà te dire que tu vas aller te faire foutre parce que je t'aime pas. Pas une question d'être gentil ou méchant, juste que je l'aime pas. Manière de courir absolument ridicule. Regardez-moi ça. J'arrive pas à courir. Brilliant Medical.
She knows that. One never knows what information might be useful.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related.
D'accord, et je fais comment pour rentrer dans l'appartement, vu que je n'ai littéralement rien pour déverrouiller la porte. Je n'ai pas d'aligneur. Il n'y en a pas là-dedans. Ça, c'est pas vraiment un truc que je déteste. Quand tu te manques un accessoire pour continuer, c'est tellement chiant. Oh. Tu vas pas trouver un aligneur. Ah oui, avec le chariot qu'il y a une fois, ça vise beaucoup, ouais. Oui, j'ai un truc là. Là, il y avait un soleil. La terre, ça c'est clair. D'accord. Opération infernale. Il y a un vaisseau dessus. Niveau 75, d'accord. C'est des niveaux de planète en fait. C'est intéressant quoi. Et un niveau 15. Au niveau. Ça c'est très très intéressant. On va voir chez CJ à ce que je veux. CJ c'est San Andreas et...
Nice and steady, just the way I like it. I've got a good location, plenty of foot traffic, and a ton of people who are in a hurry and need to make a quick stop for the essentials. Things keep going this way, I'm gonna start opening franchises all over the settled systems.
Eh ben...
You kidding me? Nowhere else like it in the settled systems. First time I came here as a kid, I knew I was gonna come back and make my mark on this city. Nowhere I'd rather be. And now that I've got this place up and running, it's all coming together.
Alors, qu'est-ce que t'as avant
Sure
CJ?
thing. Take a look.
Bien sûr, il n'a pas d'aligneur. Ça aurait été trop simple.
Be seeing you.
Bon. T'as trouvé un aligneur dans les poubelles? Bah non. Un arsenal apparemment. Peut-être que dans l'arsenal je vais trouver des aligneurs.
You're here because you need something you can connect with, something you could count on.
Agnac rifle.
Am I right? Welcome to Centurion Arsenal. It is my absolute pleasure to assist you with any purchases or questions you may have. All sales are final, but that won't matter because you will undoubtedly be pleased with your purchase. You have my word. Is that a surprise? These are potentially matters of life and death we're talking about here.
Elle a pas tort.
Well, that's not a simple question, is it? It all depends on who's asking. I have my own personal favorites, but I wouldn't presume to know yours. Tell me, were you to find yourself in the unfortunate position of needing to use a weapon, what suits you best? Something up close and personal? Rapid fire? Is precision a consideration? Ah, yes. Well, if efficiency is a priority, then you really can't go wrong with Allied armaments. They've been supplying the UC for years, and for good reason. I'm sure we can find something that suits you.
Elle n'a pas un d'aligneur. Ah bah ça. Ok. C'est sûr que j'aurais plus eu tendance à trouver un aligneur, mais dans les bas-fonds. On reviendra à cette quête plus tard. On va aller voir la barmaid, hein.
What was the name of that guy? The contact for the job?
Keep it moving.
Je sais pas, merde, je préfère faire toutes les boutiques, trucs.
Shayla.
Ouais, je suis un peu déter. Et chocolat. Ouais, je reviens. Oui, un peu cool. Très très sympa comme truc. Truc carré comme ça, un peu bizarre, ça donne quand même envie, c'est original. Yeah, some customers waiting, sir. Ah putain, je pensais à pourquoi. Alors, j'ose espérer que c'est pas sur une autre planète. Pourquoi je veux souvenir. C'est un peu fouillis. Et t'as un peu des temps de chargement éternels en plongeant zone. Compliqué. Non. Oh, le jeu il est sympa, hein, mais on dirait une bêta. Hein. Mais encore, je pense que je suis gentil. Clairement. Ils vendent.
Barrett enjoys this establishment. He frequently buys chocolate here. Though I have informed him repeatedly, it is likely a significant contributing factor to his being overweight.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
Oh boy, I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just
something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Valroon embassy torn down. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a bit extreme, but really, would you want to move into that place? Me neither. And it's not like they're ever coming back. House Valroon, I mean? Well, at least not make nice and be all diplomatic. We all know how that went. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous, galaxy-wide. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I know a few things, but the cargo is being held down at the space. How or why you would have a UC security access card is beyond that. The ship decks of... No offense. Like I said, I submitted the usual security. I went and talked to an officer at the office too. You knew Atlantis security. Polite, but unhelpful. Yeah, this is hardly a life or death. Lucky for you, that is...
Et non, elle n'a pas ce que je pensais qu'elle aurait. Bon, on va démarrer cette quête, mais on va pas la finir, on va pas la commencer, enfin la continuer, on va s'arrêter là. En espérant que petit à petit, au fur et à mesure des jours, les patchs suivent. Moi je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. À demain. Bye.